Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 4 video. And in today's video, we're going to be using Rafael dos Anjos ahead of his co-main event spot against Bryan Barberena at this coming UFC ESPN that's happening this Saturday. And before we even start the video, happy day before Thanksgiving, because as this video drops, it's going to be the day before Thanksgiving. And I hope you and your family really do enjoy Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be dropping a video on Thanksgiving, so this is why I'm actually saying this. But let's get back to the fight. Now, as you guys can see in the title of the video, a lot of people tend to think that I can't be technical. They think, oh yeah, Crooks is he can only do something when he pressure fights. He can't sit back, pick his spots. He always has to use guys that have a high power punching stats and all that. So we're knocking that little myth that everybody tends to have right out of the park here by using RDA and welterweight. Now, RDA and welterweight, if you guys are going to be using them, or if you guys haven't used them, it is very, like, his stats are very, very low. I feel like they robbed him here in welterweight. I don't know why he's up where he is in terms of the top fighters list, but he has 89 punch power with only a 92 punch speed and only a 93 chin health. So going up against Gilbert Burns, who actually just got stat buffed not that long ago, it's going to make for a really tough matchup if we just try to pressure forward. So you see, I'm just taking my time. This guy's landing a good head kick. He's working those legs as well, which could really play into our style that we really want to try to enact, because Rafael dos Anjos does have still checks. So if we can block enough of those and get Gilbert to switch stance, we'll be in a pretty good spot. We see we're just trying to take our time, catch him with a good head kick. Trying to stay in the middle of the octagon, not pressuring him too much, but, you know, just using that tactical pressure that I used to use back in the day. Taking the time, catch him right there with a good body kick, because it's going to be to his open side just because of the opposite stance that we're in. Catch him right there with a beautiful teep kick. Just resetting. Looking and trying to read what he's doing. He caught us with a good lead hook after missing on the rear hook. So we're feinting the jab just to close the distance. Catch him right there with a beautifully timed straight body kick. Catch him with a good slip straight. Now applying a little bit of pressure because we are at a stamina advantage, but he hit us with a nice clean pull counter elbow. So we need to keep that read in mind. Catch him with a good jab leg kick. Right there with a beautifully timed straight again. Now, I noticed that I'm interrupting him a lot in his kicks, like on that off beat. So after he throws a combination, he kind of tends to throw a kick, and we could potentially get a nice little three-piece on the full vulnerability side of that. So we're just being aware of that as well. Still chopping at that leg. Catching with a good straight head kick. Taking our time. Nice roundhouse kick to the head right there by him. And that works. For those of you guys that don't use leg kicks, because somebody actually brought this up in a stream last night. For those of you guys that don't use leg kicks, you really need to utilize leg kicks. It'll set up front kicks to the head and roundhouses to the head all day, like right there as we catch him and knock him down before the round ends. Leg kicks can do a lot for you. So if you don't use them, you need to be using them, especially with somebody like RDA. I'm not gonna cap. But that was a beautiful first round. We did take a little bit more leg damage than I would have liked, but overall, pretty successful first round. Got our fair share of damage in, but heading into the second round, we need to just be consistent and try to capitalize on the reads that we made in round one. So here, I'm going to touch gloves and we're back underway. Now you see me circling off, because like I said, with RDA only having an 89 punch power up here, it's not the funnest to just go to war with this guy. I'm not going to lie. He won't win a lot of firefights. So you just need to pick your spots and be very choosy on when you choose to exchange with somebody in the pocket. Like right there, we got caught with a jab hook. And see, one jab hook did a lot of damage from Gilbert Burns. So that's why we're not just standing in front of him, walking him down the entire fight. So here we're trying to bait him into a head kick or a leg kick. He did a good job of checking that calf kick. Punished his body right there, but he did get some good leg damage on us. So we might have to switch stance here pretty soon, because that leg health on us is not looking good for the lead leg. So now we're putting a little bit of pressure on him just because I noticed that he is starting to He is starting to only focus on the leg kicks because he knows how much damage he's doing to him. So my best tip on fighting leg kickers is to put them on their back foot. Make them have to kick going backwards. And this is a strategy that a lot of fighters use in real life. You hear a lot of guys that actually fight RDA. They employ, or they try to employ this style of gameplay, or this style of fighting. And even guys that go up against Edson Barboza will do the same thing. Anybody that's a really good kicker, you got to try to keep them on their back foot. So we're starting to apply a little more pressure here. But you notice we're not overcommitting on strikes to the block. He's starting to go in knees and elbows. We're still catching him with the good body kicks to the open side of his body. Right there, another one. He's feinting off the kick. Now, if he misses one of those, we're going to try to go for that overhand, but he did a good job of applying a jab in front of that one, catching with a good overhand. Putting a little bit of pressure, trying to get him going backwards. Hitting into that block just a little bit. Just wading forward right here. Just kind of going balls to the wall. Just applying a lot of pressure, but being very, very technical with it. And as you guys can see, pressure isn't always that you need to be throwing strikes into somebody's block. You see how I'm just walking him down without even having to throw a strike, just staying in his face, making him feel uncomfortable with throwing those kicks. So you see he's starting to mix up a lot more boxing combinations, which is exactly what we want to do, because we can try to step back and hit him with a nice front kick if he overcommits on a long combination string. Right there. Oh, we got a good leg rock. Right there, punish him with a clean pull counter uppercut. Now we're going for the win right here in the ground and pound scenario. And we are going to be able to get the dub off of the pressure and the nice pull counter uppercut that we did hit him with after he actually got a leg kick rock. So I know he's got to be upset, but got it done in the first fight. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the second fight that I do have for you guys here on the video. Now here we are, guys. We are going up against another Gilbert Burns, and this guy's a Division 17 as well, and we have not fought, so I have no game plan on how to fight this guy because I have not fought him before, which is kind of really rare that I run into guys that I'm 0-0 with. So we're gonna have to try to figure him out as we go. Touch gloves and we're back underway. Now this guy might be a little bit different in terms of how he's gonna approach it. You see he's going for more body roundhouses than leg kicks. But we're still going to try to just take our time and really see what he wants to do. We try to trip him off the kick, the caught kick, but he did a good job of roundhousing us after we broke right there. So I got to be aware of that. Try to rip to the body, but we missed. Nice switch kick right there by him. And he's staying patient as well. You see how he's not just trying to walk us down. Catch him with a jab, calf kick, block the kick, barely miss on the straight off of the block counter. Right there, catch him with a beautifully timed straight, but he did catch us with a two-piece. And now you see I'm applying a little bit more pressure just because I want to see what he's going to do if I get him in trouble and if I do start to apply pressure. Catch him with a clean three-piece right there. Retreat, reset. We're just taking our time, but you notice how I'm not backing myself up all the way to the cage. I'm trying to back myself up to the back line of the black lines right there in the middle of the octagon, and then circling, using the nice lateral movement of RDA to get away. So if you guys aren't using that kind of strategic footwork strategy, that's something that I feel like I haven't talked about enough. That's something that I do use pretty regularly, is I don't back myself up to the cage. I only allow myself to get outside of that last black line right there, and then I'm using the lateral movement. So right here, we're just taking our time, going down to the body, catch him right there with a nice body kick, because his open side is going to be our rear leg. So we're still just trying not to absorb a lot of damage off Gilbert Burns. He clinches us up, goes with two knees to the body. Now we're not really where we want to be at, so we immediately move forward. If that means we have to exchange in the pocket, then that's what we gonna do. Because, you know, pocket guard Crooks could pop out at any time. I'm not gonna lie. We catch that kick, gonna hit him with a good hook, get him up against the cage, try to hit him with a block breaking combination, but he circled off nicely. Just taking our time still, not really rushing anything. And I see this guy starting to extend his combination strings out a little bit more than what he should, so we might be able to catch him with a front kick. Good calf kick right there by us. He misses on the switch kick, but we are out of range to punish it. Just taking our time, not really rushing anything. Hit him with a good slip straight because I knew he was going to try to go for a straight strike right there. We're catching these body kicks real nicely right now. So I expect the head kick to potentially come. Hit us with a good uppercut though. Circling out. Staying patient with it. Miss on the straight body kick to the right there. He bows in a show of respect, and that's the end of the first round. Very solid first round from us right there. We didn't absorb a lot of damage. I feel like we did do some pretty good damage from him to him, and we did advance enough to potentially win the round. So I'm feeling very confident going into the second round that I've made enough good reads on this guy that I could potentially get a finish as this fight goes on later. But you know, that's the thing about UFC 4, man. Whenever you feel comfortable, if you aren't on your P's and Q's, it's going to be a real big fucking problem. So we got to stay focused with RDA. Touch gloves and we back underway for the second round. We're immediately popping off these nice boxing combinations that RDA does have, but we get caught right there with a flying knee, but we come back with a clean uppercut off of that overhand that he did attempt. We're going for a nice block breaking combination, drop him up against the cage right there. We're hurting him, but we're not going to be able to get the ground and pound finish yet, but we let him off the cage. He hits us with a good teep kick, but we're back on the pressure. Try to go with a jab hook, but only the jab lands. Just applying a crap ton of pressure here. Hit him with a nice 1-2 head kick combination that everybody in UFC 4 loves to throw. He shoots for a takedown, and he's going to be able to get it. And that's a very smart thing to do by this guy. Change it up. Let's go to the ground. Gilbert Burns is actually going to be at an advantage here in terms of ground stats because RDA only has a 93 top control with a 93 off the back. And I think Gilbert Burns has a 94 top control with a 96 off the back. So we're going to try to get to our feet when we can. He's punching the body nicely. We're just punching a jockey for that GA. He's faking the transitions. We're punching him. Just trying to gain as much grappling advantage as we can. But we're staying patient. Go for the full guard transition. We get it. He didn't actually go for anything off the second read right there. But we're able to hit the sweep just because we did have the GA advantage. We blocked the transition to full guard. Punch into the head. Staying patient. Now I know he's just going to fake all day. So we go for the top mount and we're able to get it right there. And we deny the half guard transition. We're going to go just to see where that submission defense is at. I'm not going to lie. But Gilbert Burns obviously is a high level jiu-jitsu. Has high level jiu-jitsu. So we're not going to be able to get a sub most likely. But we just wanted to see where his sub defense is at and try to get him to block something other than the posture ups. We do block that transition right there. Posture up. We're going to try to rain down some heavy ground and pound strikes into that block. But we don't waste all of our stamina. Just because, like I said, RDA does not have the best cardio up here either. Raining down some heavy ground and pound strikes, but he's able to slip that straight strike and get back to the feet. Now we retreat just because our stamina was a little bit low right there. So we just need to be aware of that. And our stamina consumption isn't the best either. So he tries to go with the slip hook. We catch him with a good lead hook into leg kick combination. Catch him with another good lead hook right there. He's firing off combinations like crazy. So we just need to be aware in that pocket that we don't get caught with something too heavy. So just taking our time, being very technical with it, not just bulldozing forward, trying to look for a finish because I know I have him hurt. Just taking our time. Right there, catch him with a beautifully timed straight into a head kick. And that's going to end the second round. Hey, couldn't really have asked for a better second round right there. We got a lot of damage off and we got that knockdown right there on the cage. And we were this damn close to getting a finish, but we didn't rush it. We played it very technical with very tactical aggression tendencies, and that's gonna be able. I feel like that's gonna be what gets us this knockout win. I don't feel like we're gonna have to ride this out to decision. The guy's not throwing enough back to really make me think that he's gonna get a finish on us. But then again, I've been wrong in UFC 4 before. So we ain't even gonna rest on our laurels in this fight. I'm not gonna lie. So right there, we catch him with a good hook as he tried to slip straight us. Just taking the time, staying in the middle of the octagon, try to catch him with a roundhouse kick to the head, but we miss right there. Catch him with a clean three-piece, hurt him. Go with the uppercut, go down to the body twice. Not overcommitting on too long of combo strings. That flying knee's not gonna work out for you, bro, like it did earlier. We're not getting caught with that again. Hit him with a nice body kick as he tried to pull. Count him with the slip straight right there, hurt him. Trying to block break a little bit here. Going for this finish, but he's doing a good job of moving his head off. Have him up against the cage, go to the body. He tries to go with the pull counter elbow. So we just need to be aware of that thing, but hit him with a nice pull counter uppercut. Go down to the body twice. Cracking at that block, hit him with a good roundhouse kick to the body. That flying knee is not going to work out for you, buddy. It's not going to work out. Catch him with a good jab hook, put him to sleep. And that's how you do it. And that is how you stay technical and get dubs with RDA. Now, after this video, I don't want to hear nothing about I can't be technical, because RDA, y'all can try to go and use him in welterweight. He's not the easiest to use. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that like button, as well as slap that like button if you're new to the channel. I do post UFC 4 content on this channel daily. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, and I will see you guys in the next one.